Have you ever felt your heart pounding, your palms sweating, and your mind going completely blank just at the thought of speaking in front of a group? Perhaps you've stood at a podium, the spotlight blinding, and felt a wave of pure panic wash over you, making it impossible to utter a single word? You are not alone. This intense fear, known as glossophobia, affects a significant portion of the population, ranging from a mild flutter of nerves to full-blown, incapacitating anxiety attacks. It's a primal fear, deeply rooted and incredibly common. Today, we're going to gently unpack this experience. We'll explore what's truly happening when anxiety takes hold during public speaking, and most importantly, we'll build a practical, step-by-step plan to help you navigate and ultimately overcome these challenges. This isn't about eliminating every ounce of nervousness. That's a natural part of being human, but rather transforming that energy into something powerful and productive. Our goal is to equip you with clear, actionable strategies grounded in understanding, so you can step onto any stage, virtual or physical, with greater confidence and control. Let's begin by understanding what public speaking anxiety truly is. It's often categorized under social anxiety disorder, and its symptoms can manifest both physically and cognitively. Physically, you might experience a shaky voice, trembling hands, sweating, a dry mouth, rapid heartbeat, dizziness, shortness of breath, an upset stomach, or blushing. Cognitively, the mind races with negative thoughts, fear of judgment, worrying about appearing foolish, and that dreaded brain freeze, where your carefully prepared speech vanishes into thin air. These reactions aren't random. They have deep roots. Evolutionarily, the fear of social rejection was once a matter of survival, and our brains can still interpret public speaking as a threat to our social standing. Past negative experiences, especially in our formative years, can hardwire this fear. And then there's the internal pressure for perfection, which can amplify every perceived flaw. Physiologically, it's our ancient fight-or-flight response kicking in, orchestrated by the hypothalamic pituitary adrenocortical, or HPA axis. When this system is activated, our body primes itself for danger, even when the threat is purely social. If unmanaged, this anxiety can lead to avoiding crucial opportunities, hindering academic, professional, and personal growth. This topic is incredibly relevant precisely because of its pervasive nature and significant impact. In our modern world, whether it's a presentation at work, a class discussion, or even a heartfelt toast at a family gathering, public speaking is an unavoidable part of life. The ability to communicate effectively in these settings is a powerful skill, and the ongoing development of diverse management strategies, from self-help techniques to professional interventions and even newer embodied approaches, highlights a continuous, pressing need for solutions. So, what can we do? A multifaceted approach is key. Our first line of defense is preparation and practice. Knowing your topic inside out, organizing your material logically, and rehearsing multiple times, even recording yourself, can significantly reduce uncertainty. Anticipating audience questions helps you feel more in control. Next, we turn to cognitive restructuring. This involves challenging those intrusive negative thoughts. Instead of "I'm going to fail," try "I am prepared and I have something valuable to share." Practice positive visualization. See yourself delivering your message clearly and confidently. Decatastrophize that fear of brain freeze by having a brief outline or key points you can glance at. Focus on delivering your message, not on perfect delivery, and accept that a little nervousness is completely normal. It often shows you care.
To calm the body, physiological regulation techniques are invaluable. Deep breathing exercises, like inhaling slowly for 4 counts, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8, can immediately tap into your parasympathetic nervous system, signaling safety. Progressive muscle relaxation, where you tense and then release different muscle groups, helps release physical tension. Engaging in light physical exercise before a speech can also burn off excess adrenaline. Consciously slowing down your speech and making deliberate eye contact can ground you and make you appear more confident. For more persistent anxiety, exposure therapy is highly effective. This involves gradually and controllably exposing yourself to public speaking situations, starting small and slowly increasing the challenge. For severe cases, professional intervention through cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, or acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, can be transformative. These therapies help you identify and change unhelpful thought patterns and behaviors, or learn to accept difficult thoughts and feelings while still acting in line with your values. Sometimes short-term medication like beta blockers might be prescribed to manage acute physical symptoms, though they're typically seen as a temporary aid, not a long-term solution. Don't underestimate the power of support groups like Toastmasters International. They offer a safe, supportive environment to practice and receive constructive feedback, and emerging approaches, known as embodied strategies, such as the Corp Oral program, focus on body awareness, using gestures and channeling anxiety into productive energy, rather than suppressing it. It's also important to address some common debates and misconceptions. Firstly, while groups like Toastmasters are fantastic for mild to moderate anxiety, experts suggest that for medium to high public speaking anxiety, more tailored therapy-based methods like gradual desensitization and CBT are often more appropriate. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Secondly, the role of medication. While beta blockers can manage symptoms in the short term, they're often likened to training wheels. They don't teach you fundamental public speaking skills or address underlying anxieties. The debate lies in their appropriate application and avoiding over-reliance. A common misconception is that your nervousness is overtly obvious to the audience. In reality, your anxiety is almost always far less apparent than you perceive. This internal overestimation can inadvertently heighten your self-consciousness. Remember, most people in the audience are rooting for you. Another point of contention is memorization versus extemporaneous speaking. While memorizing a speech might seem like a safe bet, forgetting even a single phrase can trigger brain freeze and panic. Most experts advocate for preparing with outlines and key points, allowing for a more natural, flexible, and resilient delivery. It gives you room to breathe and adapt. Finally, perfectionism is a significant barrier. The pressure to deliver a perfect speech is a huge anxiety trigger. Experts advise against striving for flawlessness, promoting realistic expectations, and accepting minor mistakes as completely normal. Everyone makes them, and often the audience barely notices. D. Conclusion. Conquering public speaking anxiety isn't about becoming fearless overnight. It's about building resilience, developing practical skills, and shifting your perspective. By understanding the root causes, preparing thoroughly, regulating your physical responses, restructuring your thoughts, and considering professional support when needed, you can transform a daunting challenge into an opportunity for growth.
The future of anxiety management is moving towards increasingly holistic and neuroscience-backed approaches, like those embodied strategies that help us channel our nervous energy productively. So take heart. With a clear plan and consistent effort, you absolutely have the power to step forward, share your voice, and engage your audience, not despite your nerves, but often because you've learned to work with them. You've got this.